Hi everyone, Vacha here from Recording Studio 9 and thanks for joining me again today. Recently I made a video about Sonarworks reference for room acoustic measurement, analysis and correction software, which I downloaded the demo version to try it out and to see how it was. And if you want to watch the video, it's a link somewhere about here or there, somewhere. Anyway, you can click and find out, or maybe in the description. And while you're there, also subscribe to my channel and click the like button and the bell as well, so you get notified. So that's out of the way. So Sonarworks actually contacted me about that video, which for the result weren't too impressive for me when I did the test. I did use the Behringer's ECM 8000 as my reference microphone, and Sonarworks came back and said, well, it works much better. You will get a better response if you use our XREF20 or XREF20 calibrated microphone, because each microphone has its calibration file that has been acoustically tested, and it will give you much better result. I went ahead and purchased the microphone and the complete studio reference for software to try it out. And I just received it today, so I have not actually tried it out. The reason I went ahead and purchased one, because I also watched another video from Creative Sound Labs, Ryan Olhert. Ryan actually tried it out and he was quite impressed with it using the XREF microphone. Thanks Ryan for convincing me to actually go ahead and purchase this one as well. So inside it, I'm not going to unbox because there's quite a few unboxing videos out there. Inside it is basically, let me see, the XREF microphone, which does not look much different than the ECM 8000. That's the Sonarworks there. Doesn't look much different, but the difference is that this microphone has a serial number, and by using the serial number, I'll be able to plug in the calibration file into reference 4 so that everything is measured more accurately. So I'm gonna do that measurement now and see if it's gonna make a difference in my graph and how much difference it's gonna make. I'll quickly fast forward with all the testing and then I'll give you the results.
Please adjust the volume of your output device. My voice should sound at normal conversation volume. Stay where you are. Measurements in progress. Stay where you are. Measurements in progress.
So all the measurement has been done so far. So it graphed it. It still has, obviously, it's a room mode. So I still have the problem about 80 Hertz, thereabouts, whereas there's a big dip So it's supposed to be correcting it as such. So we'll find out how it actually sounds now. I am sitting in the position that you just saw I did the measurements for. Let's play some music and turn it on and off and see if I can hear the difference. And most importantly, normally if you don't have it calibrated, sliders movement depending on your position where you're sitting, it will sound different. But with Sonarworks, because it's taking multiple measurements and it actually getting an average of all the different positions where your head could be, it will compensate for that, so that it will still give you a flat response depending, doesn't matter where you are. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, I've got my Spotify turned on and I'm gonna listen for a very short while, obviously because of copyright reasons, from one of my favorite Spotify labels, accents, from John Sign. Hope he doesn't mind me playing a little snippet of his song, and I'm gonna turn it on and off and gonna see if it's actually gonna make much difference. I mean, last time when I tested with my ECM 8000, there was definitely a change in it, and it did work for sure. It definitely worked. But I just want to see if using the XREF 20 microphone, which is this one here, if it's any better or not. Very slight difference from the ECM 8000, from the graph from the last one. So let's have a quick listen and see how it actually sounds. Let's turn it off. Definitely making a difference, especially at the low end. The bass is pretty much gone now. Just turn it back on now. And all of a sudden you hear the bass actually lift up and clear up. It's much clearer and brighter as well. Turn it off again. Yes, so definitely is making a difference. I guess time will tell, because I have to now let my ears learn and adjust to reference 4, because they've been used to my Ares E8 with a big, nearly minus 10 dB dip around 80 Hertz. And I usually know that, and that's how I usually compensate, learn my speakers, and I'll make sure that I don't turn my bass up because the bass is missing. And it's not from the speakers, obviously, it's because of the room. And that's quite common, because the same speakers in my old studio in my house, it was actually different. I do have a video way back, maybe about 2 years ago or so, that I've done video using the PreSonus Ares E8 in my old studio, and the graphs response of the speakers are definitely different. So it is the room and not the speakers. And having the Sonarworks now, it works much better than just using Room EQ Wizard and my Behringer's DEQ 2496, only because reference 4 taking up to 40 different measurements around where I normally sit. So now it doesn't matter where my head is. If I'm looking into the tracks that I'm mixing, if I need to move around a little bit, I still get the same flat response from my speakers for this room. So what's the verdict for the second time round using their microphone? It does work for sure. And for the price you're paying for it, I guess, comparing with IK Multimedia's Arc 2, they're a little bit more expensive, most likely not affordable by every home studio music producer, mixer or mastering person. But if that's what you do, if you have, to a certain degree, a dedicated studio like myself, even though I'm not a big studio, it's a small studio, it's definitely worth its money, because when you are working for yourself, may not be that necessary. You can have the luxury of training your ears like I've done before, learning your speakers, and then compensating that way into your mixes and your masterings. But if you are working for clients and you gotta get things right with not too many revisions of your mix and mastering, it's definitely worthwhile. So yeah, that's pretty much my verdict. And go and check it out. There is a demo version of Reference 4 from Sonarworks, just like I did, and see if something that will help you out to do better mixing and mastering. Well, that's it for this one. As always, thanks for watching and have a great time making music. Cheerio, guys.